Okay, good morning everybody. This is a rather impromptu video I thought I'd do for those who've enjoyed my mini-series, just to show you the some of the changes that have been made on the farm since the mini-series, a year on the farm, finished. Time-wise, now you may be thinking it's just been not too far away, because I think we ended at the end of the last day of winter and we're now on the last day of spring, but we are actually a year and a bit further down the road, so we're quite a bit further on from where the mini series ended. So yeah, in time and farm wise, yeah, we're over a year ahead. So as I say, we have had changes, and I'll show you some of those, and of course there's something else that I'm quite excited to show you as well today. So right, so first of all, as usual, early morning, first things first is to get the animals done, so I'll quickly do them, and then do a quick tour of some of the changes that I've made. Yeah, I'll show you the map in a second on the app, so that you can where we are in terms of fields as well, because we have made changes there too. I'll show you that in a bit. But yeah. Okay, pig feed. So my wild pigs are still thriving. The conservation project is still ongoing, so they're all good. And I've just driven into the middle of the field because, sorry, I was not paying attention to where I was going. That's what I get for looking at my phone when driving and breaking the law. Thankfully there's no traffic around, so we're okay. Right, so as usual, pigs are here. Quite happily. I need a bit of water, but they're okay at the moment. Right, sweep up their mess. So I think yesterday, I don't know, there will be, we did a live stream on this farm, myself and a couple of other farmers, not yet dead, and Roar, also known as seen casual gamer, to harvest my new field of poplars, and we streamed that live yesterday. But I think while doing that, actually that's what made me think of that I should probably bring everybody up to date with the changes I've made on the farm. Some of those, if you'd watched that video, you will have already seen, so apologies if you have seen it and I'm just going over what you've seen already. But yeah, so we'll do the cows next, and given that it is late spring, it does of course mean that the beef cattle were sold earlier, so it's only the dairy cattle that we've got at the moment, and of course we've got our sheep, which we'll need to check the lambs at some point, because I had a look yesterday and they were still quite young, so I think the lambing might have been a bit later this year in starting. Unfortunately, that means that we're not going to get as good a price for them when we do come to sell them in the next couple of days or so. Hey-o. Okay. Dairy cattle, as usual. Yep. Got plenty of straw in there. We're using the larger bales nowadays, as I think you probably saw in the mini-series. So, yep, got plenty of straw now. Although I did run out of hay bales for the sheep, but it's fine, we can make a bit more this year. Let's have a look. So we now have 106 dairy cattle, so yeah, they're coming along fine. They did produce a couple of males that we sold off last year. Oh, the other change that we made, I'll just show you because we'll drive this down to the sheep now, is not for the dairy cattle but certainly for beef cattle. I've now got an area over here which is their summer grazing here. They come in here during the summer and then I move them over there towards the end of autumn. So yeah, so then they're in there, they don't need straw in that one, so it's fine. So it saves me in quite a bit of straw as well, which is another reason to put it in. Sheep, we have changed the sheep quite a bit. This, you've probably seen the mini video of me at the end putting in these little trees, so they're just starting to grow this year. When I created the loch, so the trees we planted are now just coming up. But as you will see, the sheep, we've removed all the sheds, so the sheep are now fully in open pasture. And they're here all year round. And it's just looks, I think, a bit better. So we still have 2 lots of wool sheep, merino wool producing sheep, as you can see. We did empty this out, I think it was maybe yesterday or the day before, and sell it, so you can see it's filling up again. You might just see a slight difference there where the sheep have been eating the pasture and the grass, because they can, but I'll give them a bit more hay again today, just so, and then during the summer and autumn I'll leave them to pretty much just eat the pasture, and I don't give them any hay bales anymore because they will just eat what's just eat the grass on the ground basically. So yeah, that's the change that we've made to our sheeps. So yeah, they get hay bales during the winter and spring. Normally, although they're, as I say, they've gone through them all. So, but I've got some loose that I'm going to give them, and just to top them up today, and then, as I say, for the rest of spring for summer and autumn, they'll just graze the grass on the ground there. I'm just trying to give it a chance to grow before I stop giving them any hay from here. So this is the other change that we've made. So we changed out the what we had for the bales here, the auto load thing, because it doesn't take the larger bales, so we just built another one of these ones here, just to so that we can store our hay bales. And we've also put this hay loft in here as well, so that we can store a bit extra loose down here too, in case we need it, which we, as you can see, we did do. As I say, we did run out of hay bales. The sheep numbers are growing, and we've gone through quite a lot. It might be full now that I've actually... Oh, there we go. Especially the wheel sheep, because, you know, we don't sell their lambs, we just to produce more wool. It's a bit tight here. Oh, completely missed that. So yeah, they have eaten some of this grass already. Not too much, hopefully it gets another chance to grow a little bit more. And I will keep an eye on it, because if they do eat quite a lot, then I might need to top them up. During the grass growing season. Put this away into here. And then I'll go get the car and we'll do a wee bit of a tour. I think that needs washing as well, to show you some of the other changes that we have made to the farm since the mini-series ended. So we finished sowing in the last of the fields yesterday, so we're quite happy to have done that. We didn't buy another tractor, as we discussed. We have got another worker, but we've just been leasing a tractor when we need one, which we did do during harvest time. Definitely needed an extra tractor in there, so we had one that we leased in. But yeah, we've got quite a few vehicles around, so we've been managing with the vehicles that we've currently got, so it's been fine. Sorry, I should get some water, but hey. So we traded, this is actually a new car, new vehicle, which we traded in the old one for this one, and yeah, it pretty much looks the same, as you can see. So yeah. So one of the other new additions to the farm is you remember me speaking about Missy B's company, which produced these tankers, but they also produced a shed. So this shed was a new addition that we put in just last year, not long after the mini-series ended actually. I think we put it in just in the springtime. we put the tankers in here, and during the autumn we also have the harvesters in here overnight, and we had this in as well. So we put these racks in, also from Mr. B's company, and we moved these pallets onto here as well. And certainly the middle shelf is the perfect height for filling up our pellet machine here. I could just drive around there, and we could just fill it straight off the shelf, so it's quite handy. We've got some other things stored down the bottom here for the machinery stuff, which is basically what this is for, but I've used it as more mixed. So yeah, so that's a couple of new things there that we've done. The other sort of major changes, as I say, if you watched the live stream last night, or even if you watched it later, because it will be available to watch at a later date, is changes we've made here, which are the major ones. We've still got the Missy B's liquid storage here, but what we did add is this, which is also produced by Missy B Company. And this is a multi-fruit, I think it's storage silo, which adds greatly to our capacity. So the EG Tech one that we've got up on the main farm stores is a multi-fruit, but stores just 500,000 litres. And we've been needing more storage, to be quite frank. So I think this one is 900,000 litres, so that gives us 1.4 million litres of storage for other things. And the main reason I've put this here was because, as you might remember, this was our large grass field, and we were using it mostly to hay pellets, but also to make silage and hay for the animals. But we ploughed it in, turned it over, and we've actually now put in poplars, which we just harvested yesterday. This, as I say, that was our live stream with Not Yet Dead and Roar. We've all streamed live, so if you want to have a look at their channels and check their streams out as well, go ahead. Gives you different perspectives. Roar's made a little smiley face in here, which it was a shame we had to destroy it. Actually, I was actually tempted to leave it and just let poplar grow around it, but yeah, I thought in the end we did take it out. But yeah, if you want to check those out, feel free. But yeah, so this is the main change. I mean, I know it says we don't actually have to fertilise this, so because we had grass in it, we did get a fertilised state, and after we ploughed in the grass. But these will grow back in a day or two, and we'll probably let them grow for about 4 or 5 years, and then we'll maybe plough it in and put some fresh growth in there. But yeah, they'll grow back, and hopefully they'll be ready for me to do come winter time. So we just pop down here. So I don't know if you remember that we had an large industrial root crop sale point now, but we sold that building. We will probably place another root crop sale point somewhere at some point. So I should have showed you some changes down on the farm. So this is a heating plant, and into here I can put straw pellets, and we can put the wood chips that we get off the popular plant, which we will do come winter time. We will probably put these in here. So this is new. We also have a wood chip sale point here, which we can also use again, possibly in the winter time, which is when you would expect us to get really good prices. And this we brought up from the farm. We just dismantled it and brought it up from the main farm, where we can sell logs to create wood chips and sell them directly, which is quite handy. So we thought we'd bring this up from the farm. It just made sense that everything wood chip was up here, and as I say, we could also do straw pellets here if we need to. If you have any later on this year, which we may well do. I suspect we may not be making any more hay pellets. We've certainly sold the big palletizer factory which we had there. Didn't get a huge amount of money for it, probably about half of what it cost us in the first instance. So yeah, so that's all good. So I just stopped there to text one of the workers. So yeah, so that's the major changes that we have made since in the year and a bit since we last made the videos. So the other thing which we've been waiting for a while, we had hoped it would be available last year, but it only became available this year, is what I'm going to show you. I think if you've seen what's written along the side of this car, you've probably guessed what those might be. So I'm just heading off up to the shop. It's the last day of spring, and there's always a job we like to do at the end of spring, as you know. So I'm now heading up to the shop to collect what we need to get that job done. And here it is. As I say, if you've been able to read what's written on the side of my car, you'll know what is in here. But let's take this on down to the village. And this is something we've been very excited to have and been waiting for over a year now. And I'll just park up the side of here and switch off the engine, and let's come out. So Area 2's lawn care, Area 2's lawn care, and here, this is what we have been waiting for. And so excited that it just finally arrived just in time for our yearly grass cutting to do. So yeah, and it's got nice lighting, as you can see. Looks really cool. The roll bar on the top, and I think those lights are movable, but I'm not going to move them just now, but I will put on the underlighting just because I love how it looks. Now this is a lot faster as well than the other one that we used to use. I need to unfold. I've not used this yet at all. Probably should have had a little go of it, test run. So let's see how we get on. Oh, cuts a much wider swath, and yeah, and this is called the mulch it. There's a few different ones in the store which I'll try and show you in a bit, and this one, it basically cuts the grass but doesn't leave any grass on the ground. There's one that you can get that will leave a swath on the ground, and then there's another one in which it bags it up. But this one is just purely to cut grass in areas such as this, really, and doesn't leave a swath, and I just love it. Just looks so great. So at the moment, we've, as we often do, this is just leased, but I am thinking of actually buying it because it's just so great. I would really love to be able to actually just own it. And you can just see just how quick we've gotten through cutting the grass here today. Maybe too quick. No way. So yeah, I'll crash into the washing. So this will certainly make short work of a yearly cutting grass thing, but it's also, it goes at 17 miles an hour, which is really quite cool. And come into here. Not sure if let's see if, you can just see if I unfold it, it drops it down. You turn it on. Go. It's quite quiet. I can really hear it. More difficult to hear. Let's see if I can get. Yeah. My driving's not the best as you can see, but hey, that's nothing new. So yeah, we'll be excited to wait till this comes. And they did bring out the new car. One that I've got, the new car that I've got goes, I think I got the model that goes up to 86 miles an hour. I mean, much of it is familiar to the one that I had previously, but just some changes on it. Excuse me a moment. I should go grab some water, but hey. Try and get in there. The tyres on this thing's really quite cool as well. I think there's wider ones as well, but I wasn't sure if I would have gotten into not so much this one, but the backies of the other houses, if I'd put the wider tyres on. So oops, I just got myself stuck. I have, hold on, here we go. Probably not the best. There we go. And just do this bit here. So yeah, I've put one of these where I removed the wood chip sail point at the farm and put it up by the field up there that we've just seen. I've put another one of these water points down there, just to make it easier to fill up my water tanks for the animals, because it's not good to be driving in and out of the loch. So I put a proper water point in, which does of course take water from the loch, but yeah. It's far better, cleaner than me driving in and out with muddy tractors and stuff and lorries. So that was that. Let's see now. So yeah, I am thinking of buying it, but then I only really use it you know, a couple of times a year, so yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good use of space on my farm, and in terms of value either, but it just looks so cool set up. And being wider as well, it takes quite a wider cut than the other one that we used to use. So it really stout. It just looks wider, faster, and so yeah, it's just going to make this job so much easier to do as well. We'll have a look at the map in a minute, as I was going to show you my fields. Just quickly come up round here as well. Do the back of this house as we usually do. There we go. Down here. Oops, come back a bit. So this is good. So this doesn't, because it's a mulcher, and basically it just eats up the grass somehow. It doesn't need emptied at all like the other one did. So that's grand. Cut across here now. And just go up round the side of the farm office. See if we can drop that down. Grass is probably a bit short looking around here anyway, because we did end up using, we had a lot of snow in the recent winter time, and it got really deep really quickly, and we ended up using the melted, which has that special stuff injected into it, and of course it does affect the grass as well. So yeah, some of the grass is just starting to recover from having that done to it, but it was the only way we could get the roads clear was to use that one. The usual salt one wasn't going to cut it at all. Because the other option is to plough, but then that takes a bit longer, and the villagers needed to be able to get access up to the main road to get to work and stuff. They don't all work locally here. And of course we need to be able to get goods in and out as well, so yeah, we ended up using that machine to melt, just get the snow and ice melted so that we could get deliveries in and out. Just go around the side of here. I think that's looking not too bad up here. We'll go and do around the basketball court, which is something I tend to forget about every now and then. so you know the spectators can actually stand round the court without getting their feet too wet, or put down, you know, folded chairs and blankets and stuff to sit on as well to watch the games. So look, decent size swath it cuts, so that's good. Might just pop round another once to make sure that they've got enough space in which to spectate. I don't know if you can hear my belly rumbling, but I haven't had breakfast yet. I was too excited to show you all this actually, and let you see what changes I've made to the farm as well. Right, okay, maybe we'll go around, just widen this out up the side a little bit more. A little, nobody's going to be standing in the bushes, but do want to give it a half decent size area for people to spectate. And of course I got this in the colour, my favourite colour, colours to match my car, so yeah, it cost me a little bit more to do that, even for leasing it, so yeah, okay, so that's that. So now we just have to head down to the farm, so we'll put this into the back of the trailer and head off down towards the farm. I could cut down the more the roadsides as well, and at some point I may do that, but yeah, today is really just about me not being able to drive. Reversing is definitely not my thing, so I'll put that in here. This also I'll show you in a second. How I get into the car and push that button, hopefully that worked. So you can see this gets straps, the straps come over this, so it gets well strapped in, so it's quite safe in there. And then we'll just there's a fuel tank there, that fuel tank that you see between this one here, I filled it up. I think it takes something like 120 litres, so that is basically so that I could refuel the lawnmower if I need to. To be honest, I don't think I probably will have to do so. Right, just that folds up like that. Start the engine, and we'll go around this way. Head on down to farm. Oh, there is one other change which I'll try and remember and show you again. If you'd seen the live stream yesterday, you may have seen it already, but yeah, there's certainly one other change that I made. It's just more of a feature really that I put in place that I'd like to show you as well, but we'll finish doing some grass cutting down here first. We'll come around here, so yeah, you can see the water tower there in place of where the wood chipper was previously. So yeah, we can just come up here, the pipes go into the loch here, so it's fresh water. It's certainly better than me driving in with dirty tractor wheels and stuff to do it. So here we go. So off into the garden we go. I'd probably just cut this. Well, it's just kind of starting to grow back, to be fair. Maybe I'll just... okay, I'll cut it. Because I can. Did I... there we go. If this got eaten by the melted, shall we say. I'll just give it a cut while we're here. And that'll do it. I don't think it did anything, did it? It may just be too short to cut because it is only really just growing back in, so it's quite likely just too short. Yeah. So what a shame, I might have to bring this out again in a couple of days to cut that bit. Oh. Maybe I'll keep a hold of it for another day or two. Then, okay. Now this is going to make really swift work of this as well, I expect. In a way, you know, the fact that it is so much faster, I think it can cut at 70 miles an hour. I'm not going at that speed, clearly. But in a way, you know, the fact that it does do cut, you know, a wider cut than the older one that we used to use, the wee Prof Hopper, or whatever it was called, and faster. It's kind of a shame in a way because it means I get, you know, I'm using it a lot quicker, and then everything's over and done with too quickly, and I've got to put it back. Yeah, but it's still cool, still really cool. Cut in the back of here. Through the hedge. And the washing line, or whirligig as it's also known. By whom other than me? I'm sure there are a few people that call it whirligig. So, there we go. Let me just check the time. Show you my. Okay, we are going to run short of time, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to quickly go get the car because you've only got a few minutes left, and run up and show you this other feature that I want to show you. Just leave the trailer. And I'll show you my map in a minute too, of the changes that we've made. Oh, do not fall over, do not fall over. Yeah. So I might take a shortcut up to here and not go all the way up the switchback because I'm not pulling anything. And I should be able to drive up here easily enough without having to use the switchback, because the switchback's really for me hauling loads up here. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I've landed the right way up. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. So again, I keep saying this, if you watch the live stream, you will have seen this feature. This is something that we put in there's water coming down there from just a runoff from up there. I mean, it's not really a waterfall, it's more like a bit of a runoff. And we put in a pond here as well for the runoff to save it from going all the way down here and the road causing any erosion. So yeah, so this helps prevent the erosion of this runoff coming down here. But yeah, so that was the other thing. And very quickly I will show you the map of the field. So you can see we've got more fields in crop this year. There's only 3 fields we've got sitting fallow, so it's going to be very busy harvest time. So these are the fallow ones with the cover crop still in them. So there's 3 fallow fields. We've got a large field of sugar beet. This is a poplar. As you say, you might remember this as being grass. We'll have a look at the grass fields. So we've put in now then, let's see. So this here at 48, this is a new grass field too that we've put in to make up for having put that into poplar. And we also put in this one here, this L-shaped one up in block 19. That's also grass, that's also new. So we'll be getting hay off of that, and of course we've still got this one we've had for a while, which is 25 and 35, that's grass. And of course the one with 59 in it too, that's also grass. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at in terms of our fields now. So yeah, a little bit of change in field wise, so yeah, as you'll see. But yeah, it's all sown, we're all ready for harvest time. So thank you again for everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and you've liked the changes that we've made, and yeah, bye again for now.